Hey guys, what's up? It's Addie here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing this. What are you called? Succulent dish garden. What? Wait a second. Succulent. Yeah, it's called Succulent Dish Garden. That is exactly what I have here. I did a workshop a few weeks back with the greenhouse project all about succulent dish gardening, and I enjoyed it so much and I thought it would be a great idea to share it with you guys. This is exactly what I made in the workshop. I actually named them. This is Chanel, Prada, and Givenchy. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't know what their names are yet, but I will figure it out. Anyway, I had such an amazing time creating my dish garden, so I thought it would be an awesome idea to show you guys how you can create your own dish garden right at home. It's actually not that hard to do. Honestly, at first, I wasn't so sure if I was actually gonna come up with something nice, but looking at what I have now, I think I did pretty well. My only problem now is I'm kind of not sure if I'm taking care of it correctly, but it's been about 3 weeks and it still looks kind of good. So yeah. By the way, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, feel free to click the subscribe button down below so you'll be notified of all the random things I decide to put out to the world. So if you want to learn how to create your very own succulent dish garden, just watch the rest of my video. To create this beautiful succulent dish garden, all you need is... Let's go through them one by one. These are actually decor. I have a bunch of shells right here. I'm going to be using this to decorate my dish garden. These small rocks are for the top part of the dish garden. These bigger rocks are for the bottom part of the dish garden. And of course, this is the soil. For a succulent garden, you need some succulents. So I got 2 different ones. This one actually I'm giving to my mom, and this one's going to my little sister, and I'm just gonna plant it for them. This is actually my favorite succulent, obviously. You're also gonna be needing some pots. The reason I'm using clear pots is so you guys can see what I'm doing, but you don't have to use a clear pot. You can use white ones, black ones, it doesn't really matter. I honestly prefer a clear pot because when you water succulents, you're not supposed to water them if the soil's still damp. Having a clear pot really helps me figure out if they're wet or not. That's why I prefer the clear dish. You don't need this right now, but this is basically what you use to water the succulent. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that later on in the video. You need a pail. Actually, I don't even remember using the pail. I think this is like purely for decorative purposes or something, I don't know, or to keep all of the things together. It has gardening gloves, whatever this is, a small rake. It's not a rake, a small you guys know what this is. We have a paintbrush, so this is to dust off whatever you want to get off your succulent. We also have a spoon. It's so funny, it's a spoon taped to a chopstick. It looks really funny, but this is really important, especially when you have to put soil or rocks into a place that you really can't reach because your dish garden is such an extravagant thing, and you really have to be careful to not touch your succulent. So this is a very, very helpful tool, especially if you have, you know, big hands and it just can't get into the places you want it to. This is super useful. We also have chopsticks. I think this one is for, well, I don't use this, but it was in the kit. If you're not lazy and you want to remove stuff one by one, you can use this. All of the stuff I have right now are actually from the workshop I did with the greenhouse project. Special shout out to the greenhouse project for teaching me everything I know and for giving me all of these awesome stuff to play with. Alright, so let's get on with the tutorial. The kit actually came with an apron, but I don't want to use it right now because I don't think it's gonna be super messy. But I do really need gloves, so I'm gonna wear my gloves. The first thing you do is you add the big rocks to the bottom part. Add about 3/4 to 1 inch layer of rocks. I just like to flatten it just to make sure it's an even layer. Next up is the soil. So I'm gonna add a bit of soil. I'm gonna try my best to be as neat as possible. I'm just gonna add a layer of soil. The reason I added big rocks at the bottom is so that the moisture from the soil just goes to the bottom to the rocks. With succulents, It's not supposed to be wet for so long. Also, if you guys have little pieces of charcoal, you can add a few pieces on top of the big rocks before you put the soil, because that also takes in moisture. So the next step is pretty messy. Like, this is the messiest it's gonna get. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove whatever soil this is in right now, add it to the pot. Now, to ensure this happens neatly, this is my apron. I'm just gonna put it here to catch all the soil. So we're gonna be removing the soil until we have the root. So what they taught us was to just press it, like loosen up that soil before actually removing the, oh my gosh, I see it getting out. Yeah, so just keep pressing it. It's gonna be really messy, but you know what? That's okay. That's part of it. That's life. Apply pressure around it, and eventually it's just gonna come out. Well, that's what happened to me right now. There it is. Try to remove as much of the old soil as you can. If you guys look closely, you're gonna see a few discolored pieces down here. They're actually dry, so you can just go ahead and remove those so that you're left with the healthy, moist. So you're left with the healthy pieces. If it dries up, it's dead, so you're better off removing it. But if it's not completely dry, there's still hope, so don't just yank them out. Also, if you lose a few good leaves in the process, you can replant those. This is what it looks like without the soil. It looks a bit scary, but we're just gonna lay it here while I do the other one. This is a super cute succulent. I like it so much. Oh my gosh, it just popped off. Okay, that's gonna happen sometime. This one was a bit easier. Now that we've completely removed as much soil as we can, this is the part where we add more soil. Let's just add more soil to this one. Ooh, there we go. Then I just make like a little hole, and then that's when I put it here. The moment you find a good position, make the soil around the succulent really tight. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really pressing in the soil so that it really becomes solid. I don't know if this is good or not, but I usually shake it, and if it looks stable, then I'm good. I'm gonna do the other one. I just realized how weird this must look right now to you guys. I'm basically just gardening on my channel. So let me know if you guys like it, if you want to see me teach you guys something else. I'm just pressing down on the soil around the root. So I'm doing one last go around on the top soil, just making sure all of it is nice and firm. And then now I'm gonna brush off the soil that went on the succulent, because you know, I want it to be pretty. So when you're happy with how it looks, it's now time to add the top layer. For the top layer, we're gonna be using these small stones. They're so tiny. Then just spread it out. This one looks like it's drowning, but it's a baby, so it's kind of okay. Oh, this one I need a spoon for sure, because I can't get into those little nooks. Now that you're done with the top layer, it's time to decorate. I think this is cute. This one I don't want to add anything because there's already so many things going on right now. That's what I learned from the workshop. That is how to create your very own succulent dish garden. You can actually use a lot of succulents for just one pot, but for me, I wanted to separate them. They say that the bigger the pot, the bigger the succulent will grow. So I'm hoping this one becomes really, really big because I think it's super cute. These are the finished products. Check them out. These are my new succulent dish gardens. I actually really like them. Especially this one. This one's super cute. After you transfer the succulent to another pot, don't water them. Yeah, you heard me right. Don't water them. Apparently succulents need a few weeks to really heal itself and, you know, integrate itself into the soil. So give it 2 weeks. Don't water it or anything, but put it out into the sunlight for a few hours a day. So after 2 weeks, that's when you can water it. This is the one I'm currently taking care of. I'll show you guys how I water it. So what I like to do is to just direct the water to the rocks only. Don't let the water touch the succulent. I don't know what's gonna happen if it touches the succulent, but that's basically what you do. This part has the top layer of rocks, just, yeah. put it there like that, just like that. And then the water will actually seep down to the soil and you'll actually get to see it happen. So that's pretty cool. That's also why I like the clear pots, so that I can see if there's still water in there. If the leaves seem drier than usual, yeah, you know, go ahead and water them. But if they seem really healthy like these now, mine still look really shiny and they feel really nice. So I don't think I need to water them right now, and I'm so sorry I did. Please don't die. Another tip I can give you is, if there are leaves that are dry like this one, just, you know, pick them out. That is everything I know about a succulent dish gardening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspired you guys to go out there and really create something for yourself. It doesn't have to be a succulent dish garden, it can be anything at all. But the important thing is you're really using your creative juices and you're just creating something beautiful and something you love. And I think that's very important. If you guys want to learn so much more about succulent dish gardening, I suggest you guys check out the greenhouse project. I will leave a link to their website in the description box. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and also for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah.